wake up the elect of the Lord. You know, and by us going out there and teaching the word, that's sealing the elect. You know, and the Lord, once the elect hear it, the Lord puts it into their mind and seals them. You know, because we're at that time now where the Lord is about to set up his physical kingdom on the earth, you know, which belongs to Yahushua, and we being joint heirs with him, you know, to rule. Because all these demonic empires that have ruled have to be put down. And the last empire, wicked empire that's ruling is Esau. And he has to be put down. This is Psalms chapter 19 and 1. Get that real quick. It says, the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Now, this is twofold. It's actually talking about the stars in the heaven, the sun, the moon, and the different things that the Lord created. But it's also talking about these signals that are going throughout the air, throughout the earth, and going around the world, and bringing this truth to the forefront and to light. You know, because there really not, we never really met any of you brothers out there that's teaching the word. You know, as far as before you came up here, you know, to visit, you know, to over here in New York to visit, you know, but you know, but you saw, you know, the word being taught through the YouTube, you know, through the satellite, you know, through that feed horn. And same thing with brothers out there in the different countries. They heard this word that way, you know. So that's why this truth is going to increase more and more edification will be coming out, more videos going to be coming out. It says, day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. And that's what's happening. You know, that's why the videos are going out so much. That's why, you know, brothers are waking up in different countries, you know, and more. There's more, you know, like there's people that's watching the Spanish sites that are down in Central America and South America, you know, in the Puerto Rico, Cuba, you know, Dominican Republic, and all different places like that, Spanish-speaking places, you know. And then the shows over here, you have people, some people in the land of Ham in Africa watching, you know, the videos, you know, and different other places around the world, you know. There's people that came to brothers ask, you know, from certain part of Africa, asking them questions, telling them that, you know, that they watch the Great Millstone videos in their country where they're at, you know. You have some, brother?
Yes, this is Matthews 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
And that's when the end is going to come, when this gospel is preached throughout the four corners of the earth. And that's why it was so important for the Most High to set up, give Esau the technology to set up what's called the satellite, you know, which is an actual dish, and it has a horn, a feed horn coming out, which communicates through signals, you know, and invisible signals up into the satellites. And once it hits the satellite, that signal goes into other satellites or other places around the world, and people are able to see, you know, the lessons.
I got you, brother. The book of Psalms 19 and 1.
That's where I'm at.
Oh, that's where you're at now?
No, it's all right, brother. It's all right.
Oh, okay. The heavens declare the glory of the Lord, which the glory of the Lord is this knowledge.
That's right.
In reality, this truth. And the firmament showeth his handiwork. Again, the same thing, because that's where the satellites are.
That's it. Yep.
They're in the firmament. All right. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. Now, what the hell does that mean? That means during the day you can go and you can watch a video. During the night you can go and watch the video. All right? Because we're not out there on the street 24/7.
Which, I mean, essentially we are through the videos. But
Yeah, through the videos we are, but physically we're not on the street 24/7. That's impossible. We got to work, we got to eat, you know, got to do what we got to do. All right? But on the videos are there 24/7. And you can go and watch them 24/7. Wherever you're at in the world, all right? That's why we got a report of that brother over there in Philippines.
Oh yeah, the Philippines.
All right, he saw the videos. Okay, then you got the brother in Switzerland, GMS Switzerland. Okay, so This prophecy is coming to pass even as we speak, brothers. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. And I remember a couple of years ago, there was a video of Elder Torah speaking, and you had Japanese, Japanese subtitles at the bottom.
Yep, that's right.
All right?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was a couple. It was a Japanese video, like a Japanese version of YouTube. Then there was a Chinese version of YouTube.
Right.
And they had us out there speaking.
Right.
But then you saw the Chinese characters and subtitles. And that was years ago, man.
That was years ago.
That had to be like in 08, 09, man.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, so.
And then, last week, they said that some people was there from Ghana, I believe.
Right.
That came up to the camp. They was at the other camp. And they were saying, yeah, we watch you over there in Africa, man.
Look at that.
You know? Because the people in West Africa, and then you got Israelites scattered throughout all of Africa, but mainly concentrated in West Africa, man.
Mainly,
Nigeria, help me out, Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
Congo. Congo.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. Senegal. You know?
Yep. Yeah, so there you go, brothers. This is prophecy. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. And very soon, this knowledge is going to be heard in all languages, all tongues.
And they're going to hear it so they can come back, number one.
Yep.
Know that the Israelites know to call on the name of the Lord, the true name, Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. All right, not no goddamn Jesus, sweet Jesus, God and Jesus Christ, or the Most High and Christ bless. Most High ain't dealing with that bullshit, man.
No, absolutely not.
You know? No. Hey, changing subjects a little bit, right? Now, I looked up this last night, and I just randomly put in microchip implant because I'm always doing. I'm known as always putting up. You know, I put up the RFID Mark of the Beast 666 thing ad nauseum, man. Right, brother? I'm the type of I'm the cat that always puts y'all too. Yeah. But me, I'm always put like every other word I speak is like I'm gonna hit on that Mark of the Beast, man, because that's the last major prophecy. That one, and then Armageddon. The last major prophecy before we get the hell up out of here is that Mark. That's the last major one. Now I went to microchip implant, which it says microchip implant human. I clicked on it. It took me to Wikipedia, right? It says for use in animals, see microchip implant animals, right? It says a human microchip implant is an identifying integrated circuit device, or RFID, which stands for radio frequency identification. Transponder encased in silicate glass and implanted in the body of a human being, all right? A subdermal, under the skin, implant typically contains a unique ID number that can be linked to information contained in an external database, such as personal identification, medical record, medications, allergies, and contact information, right? Now check this out. I'll scroll down. Goes into the origins. I can go into that. Commercial implants. Goes into the very chip corporation. The guy that was he the CEO? I believe the CEO, Scott Peterson, or Scott Silverman. I'm sorry. It was sold. It was. I'm sorry. Okay, it says in 2002, the Very Chip Corporation, known as the Positive ID Corporation, since November 2009, received a preliminary approval from the United States FDA, Food and Drug Administration, to market its device in the U.S. within specific guidelines. Why? Because the U.S. is a part of the beast. The device received FDA approval in 2004 and people were actually chipped what was the name of that family? The so-called Jew family from Florida, Boca Raton.
Oh,
Jacob family. They were actually chipped. They were known to be the first family that were chipped. Okay, and there's a video on it. If you put in Jacob family receiving the chip, they actually show them in the hospital getting the chip. Man, the husband and wife and the son. The son was about 12, 13 years old. Let me see. Okay, it says and marketed under the name Very Chip or Very Med in 2007. It was revealed that similar implants may have caused cancer in hundreds of laboratory animals, right? The revelation had a devastating impact on the company's stock because they got to fulfill prophecy, all right? Stock price. Sometime between May and July of 2010, the Positive ID Corporation discontinued marketing the implantable human microchip. Nate, see? Gotcha. See? They stopped. They discontinued it. All right? In January 2012, the Very Tech, the name was changed, the Very Tech Acquisition Corporation acquired the Very Chip implantable microchip and related technologies. So what do? Oh, we found out the Very Chip causes cancer. Okay, so you know what? We're going to change the name. We're going to sell it to another company. We're going to give it to another company, or we're going to change the name. All right, and we're going to put it up under another name. And that's easy to get over the American people because you can never overestimate an American, man. They're stupid, man. Yeah. You know, thanks to your public school system, all right? It says a fool system, right? Let me read that again. In January of 2012, that's what? 3 years ago, 12, 13, 14, 15, almost 4 years ago? And we going back as far back as 2002. It said in January of 2012, the Very Tech, which is the Very Chip, the Very Tech Acquisition Corporation acquired the Very Chip implantable microchip, the same microchip, changed the name, related technologies, and HealthLink, that commercial with the old guy, that's HealthLink. And they actually show you in the commercial, and the producer's going to put it up in post-production, showing them how I got diabetes, but diabetes doesn't have me. All right? Got the young black man with his mother, and they showed him putting the hand out with the nice music in the background. When they want to push something, they put the nice music. Yeah. They show regular, everyday people. Then you got the doctor. He'll take the what do you call it, the reader, and put it by the hand or by the arm. All right? So it's real, y'all, okay? And HealthLink personal health record from Positive ID Corporation. Very Tech, which is formerly Very Chip, is majority owned and led by Scott R. Silverman, which that goes back to Very Chip. Same guy, same cat, all right? Former chairman and CEO of Positive ID and Very Chip Corporation. So it tells you that it doesn't deviate from, you know, he doesn't disappear and somebody pops into the picture. Positive ID has retained an ownership interest in Very Tech, which is nothing but Very Chip. Then it goes into medical record use, right? This is all the information that the Wikipedia put together on let me go to the top of the page. Microchip human, right? Let me scroll down. This is just to show you that this shit is real, man. It's real, dog. Okay, societal and religious criticism. Microchip implant in humans have raised new ethical discussions by academic groups. There was I did a video of this one guy that worked for I think a mining company down south somewhere, and they said he had to get the tattoo or the what do you call it, the fingerprint thing. And he said, nah, he ain't going with it. And he wound up suing him because he said, look, that's the mark of the beast. And he won the suit, you know. It says microchip implant in humans have raised new ethical discussions by academic groups, human rights organizations, governmental departments, and religious groups. Christianity, right? In Christianity, some believe the implantation of chips may be the fulfillment of prophecy of the mark of the beast, said to be a requirement for buying and selling, and a key element of the book of Revelation. And here's a quote. And he causes all, are you listening, Nate? And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. In Revelation 20, it says either hand, and I believe in Revelation 9 it says either hand. But here it specifically says right hand, right? Or in their foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell, because the RFID technology is used to make payments, all right? And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Revelation 13, verses 16 and 17, King James Version Bible. Then it goes into legislation, right? Now listen at this. Following Wisconsin and North Dakota, California issued Senate Bill 362, you can read that if you want, in 2007, which makes it illegal to force a person to have a microchip implant and provide for an assessment of civil penalties against violators of the bill. That's when the Supreme Court is going to eventually come in. That's why Senator Joe Biden said, before your tenure is over, Justice Roberts, you will rule on whether it's all right for a man or a woman to get a microchip put in their forehead. Right. All right? He said it in not so many words. So you got these different state houses saying that, no, this is unconstitutional. So it's going to become a constitutional argument, and it's going to go through the various lower federal courts, and then eventually they will have what is called a certiorari to the Supreme Court. And guess what they're going to rule? It might be a 5-4 decision, right, that they get the chip. Right. Okay? And so they're going to start forcing the chip, man. They're going to start forcing the chip on the people.
It causes all, both small and great.
And causes all, both small and great. And when you read the 17th verse, somebody get that right quick. So we're the men. We're the men. You want to go follow Nate? Be my guest. You want to go follow General Gehenna? Go right ahead. You want to get with GOCC? Be my guest. Go right ahead. Knock yourself out.
Revelation 13 to 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save...
Right, because Nate said that's why he stopped making videos, and we still making videos on the chip. Every time he made a video on the mark of the beast, he'll make a counter. And he said it's talking about what? Nations. Say it again. Nations. Small nations and great nations. Rich nations and poor nations. So Nate, how do you explain the 17th verse in your palatial palace? Huh? Go ahead, Ak.
And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of